The Horn of Africa region is one of the most disaster-prone regions globally, mainly due to its high dependence on rain-fed agriculture. Drought is a now too common phenomenon in the region and sometimes the only known weather condition for periods as long as 2 years.
The Horn of Africa has faced a major drought. And this is not the first time. It has happened before. So the question we are asking is, what is it that can be done differently?
Currently, the 5th consecutive failed rainy season was predicted for the October-December short rains in 2022. These drought crises are becoming increasingly frequent and severe, making it harder for people to recover between shocks.
These communities are also pastoralist communities, so they have sort of lost their livelihoods, they have lost their livestock, and we have lots of pastoral dropouts, which has also led to IDPs from all these regions.
In Kenya, for instance, droughts used to occur every 20 years. Now they are almost an annual affair. They hit harder and last longer, eroding the capacity of people to cope.
With the setting in of the drought, some unique diseases are setting in, both for human beings and for livestock. Just in the recent past, if you could walk along the bushes along the river region, you realize a lot of goats, a lot of cattle have died out of diseases not known, despite being given a number of medication initiatives. You realize still these animals are dying. And you can imagine, after these animals have died, you can imagine the trauma these communities are undergoing.
The region is also characterized by conflict, climate-induced displacement, and fragility, often linked to the impact of multiple concurrent shocks and stressors. Most recently, the region was dogged by the triple threat of climate change shocks, desert locusts, and the COVID-19 pandemic. This, therefore, calls for the need to enhance regional integration, moving towards collaborative management and cooperation around natural resources management. While emergency action can help now, long-term solutions that can reduce drought effects, find sustainable water and food solutions, combat the effects of climate change, and improve livelihood standards should be developed fast.
We have brought stakeholders who are farmers, stakeholders who are county officials, local chiefs, just to ensure that we get the whole multidimensional nature of resilience. And that our expectations for this are that people will be in a position to provide us with answers in their context to the problems that they face.
Community resilience building requires effective coordination across scales by engaging stakeholders at the community, subnational, national, regional, and international levels.
This exercise brings together stakeholders from different segments of the community to represent resilience, because resilience is multidimensional.
To address the question of resilience, it is vital to understand how communities address resilience challenges at the grassroots level.
One of my key takeaways from this community engagement is that the solutions to the challenges the communities are experiencing lies within the community.
UNDP is working on ground-level research on resilience in Ethiopia, Kenya, and Somalia.
We are very expectant from this study because I think it is very unique to build on communities' voices. We are very eager to learn from the communities because we know that the knowledge belongs to them.
The research seeks to establish a platform for grassroots communities affected by climate change to deliberate on what is needed to build community resilience.
The objective of this is to understand and pick community voices on resilience and to try to understand some of the risks the communities are expecting and also the adverse events that they have experienced.
Mimi ni mkulima eneo hili la Katilu. Shamba hili ambalo tuko ndani sasa hivi ni shamba ambalo ni ya kikundi. Kikundi inaitwa Katilu Green Farmers Group. Alafu kazi yetu tunalima ile inaitwa horticulture. Yaani tunalima sukuma, nyanya, paipai, watermelon, alafu na hizo vitu zingine ambazo ni mboga mboga. Kwa hivyo vile mnavyoona, hii ni nyanya. Tuko saizi sehemu ya nyanya, hiyo ingine ni sehemu ya melon. Hiyo shamba yenye mnaona hapo ni melon ndio tumeweka pale. Alafu hiyo pande ingine tutafika pale ni sehemu za mboga.
The study involved local communities in in-depth analysis to provide essential insights into the interplay of social, economic, and ecological systems.
Shamba hili ni shamba la gharama. Nitasema hivyo kwa sababu kenye unaona hapa ni green yote imetokana na mambo ya generator. Tuko na generator pale mtoni. Tunatumia petroli. Shamba letu ni kubwa vile mnaona. Japokuwa za mambo ya gharama ya petroli imetufanya tusipande mahali pengine. Tunalima sehemu kidogo ama tunapanda sehemu kidogo. Hili ndio tuweze kufanya namna gani? Kunawirisha hiyo sehemu kidogo. Hiyo ingine inabaki bila mimea kwa sababu ya gharama ya mafuta.
Communities are organized and should be recognized as partners with expertise and experience in building resilience rather than beneficiaries of projects and donor interventions.
It is important to acquire community voices before you come up with interventions, like trying to nurture homegrown solutions, because we understand that the knowledge exists within the community, and for you to be successful in any kind of interventions, you need to factor in the voices and the knowledge that the community already have.
Kwa hii shamba ya Kigeno tuko na mama 15, na kati hiyo mama 5 ni Windows, youth ni 5 na wale wengine ni 5. Groups karibu 3 ziko hapa, kuna Mkemema, kuna Kigeno, kuna wengine itoka Luya pale. Tukaamua kutengeneza hii shamba mahali hapa. Sasa katika hiyo wakati tumeanza kutengeneza, tukaona tutapataje maji na tuko na mto hapa karibu. Tukaona ni vyema tutumie mbinu ya kisasa ya kiteknolojia kutoa maji kutoka kwa river mpaka hapa. Sasa tukatumia njia ya piping na pia na generator. Tumepanda melon, tumepanda green grams, tumepanda cowpeas, na hizo vitu pia inatusaidia sisi tukiwa vikundi.
The Turkana community, for example, has ideas that if harnessed can promote resilience.
Tungepata solar pumping ingekuwa ni mzuri. Sababu hiyo generator ni ile iko hata mtaenda kuona ni generator ambayo iko na inasumbua, ni atumia petroli, pia inaharibu hewa kwa upande ya climate change. Sasa tunaona ni vyema tungepata solar pumping ambayo itumii mambo ya mafuta, ingetufurutia maji kutoka kwa river Takwel. Halafu pia changamoto nyingine tungepata hizi pipe ile pano kidogo ambayo ina supply maji hapa yote, tungekusa chakula nyingi kwa sababu hapa iko karibu na 10 acres.
The community can forecast weather, cyclic disease pandemics, migrations and conflicts using traditional knowledge.
Rains, erratic rains or low rainfall will be experienced along the western part of the river. These 2 dots, dark dots of shows those are the CIDs or the spies for the Opokot, who are coming to first to survey the area, which they will then, after going back, they will now for the raids.
The idea is thus not to replace conventional thinking with indigenous approaches, but to blend the conventional approach to resilience with indigenous ideas that work and are acceptable to the wider community.
Weather forecasting in the Horn of Africa is still a growing science, in the sense that people are not yet majority of our people still use traditional forecasting techniques. So we are saying we want to try and create a consensus between traditional forecasting and the standard scientific forecasting.
Understanding resilience means more than rethinking expertise. It goes beyond making the locals the new experts. It embeds collaboration between conventional and homegrown solutions to building resilience. This is achieved through elevating the voices of local communities and engaging them in resilience-building processes as actual partners.
We advocate that each person in Turkana County to plant trees that are of high value, meaning fruit trees and even other drought-tolerant trees like neem trees, which are tolerant to drought. This will modify the environment and at least reduce the hottest condition created by climate change.
This win-win scenario ensures a greater buy-in by the wider community of any new ideas of building resilience.